There's fields out there.
I can feel them. We're close.
They're on the horizon.
Can't be that far away.
I'm spotting some right now.
Oh my gosh.
You
Close.
see them? I got 6 of them right here. It's May. The sun's out. It's not raining or snowing. I got Toto really working hard right now. This is your Cellar series preview.
Woo!
Let's talk about 6 new bottles that we got going on. I told you last month that the sun was gonna come. I told you we'd be outside, and damn it, here we are. So let's do this. This is your May Cellar series preview. We've got a lot of fun things going on right now. We've got our first cider, which we're really excited to talk about. 2 domestic whites that couldn't be more different, but also just very high quality, a lot of integrity kind of going on here. And then 3 reds that are very exciting as well. 1 French, 1 kind of the heart of Sonoma County, and then finishing up with like a classic from just south of Florence in Italy. So we're about $160, like just under $160 after the tax and discount and all that good stuff. But yes, we're kind of really pushing away from the shore of this long and persistent grayness that has been our winter and the first half of our spring, and jumping in. So I'm going to hand over the reins here for the very first time, which I'm excited about, to our friend Gabriela from Keepsake Cider, farmer of apples and all things cider. Gabriela, why are we talking about Keepsake, and what should we know about this cider that we're very excited to share?
Well, let's just get right into it, Pete and folks at home. So, like Pete said, my name's Gabriela from Keepsake Cidery, farmer, cider maker, sales person, and I'm really excited and thankful to be here and to talk with you all today about the elusive chestnut crab single varietal. 2019 chestnut single varietal dry pet nat, apples from 2018's harvest from a single source from our friends about 80 miles northwest of our orchards down in Dundas, Minnesota. A little place called Plum Crazy Orchard, now known as Gilchrist Orchard. So single source chestnut crab apples. Just a little bit about the backstory of the chestnut crab apple. It was cultivated right here at the University of Minnesota in 1946, so it is as Minnesotan as they come in terms of fruit. When we are looking at the color, it's a lovely gold, kind of gold straw. Aroma, leather, bubblegum, a little bit of smoke, cherry, and those aromas definitely carry over into the flavors of this cider. Again, leather, smoke, kind of those phenolic qualities that we get in certain ciders, especially the English and French style ciders. But like I said, a lot of bubblegum. It's a very fruit-forward cider. Kind of has a little bit of a candied flavor despite it being bone dry. Pairs really well with kind of hearty peasant dishes. I'm thinking, beef stews, lamb especially, cheese, meats of all kinds, duck, charcuterie. Just pairs fantastically with food, really, of all kinds. And definitely, if you're a fan of certain English or especially French style ciders, I really think that you will find this to be to your taste. So I'm really excited to be here to get to share this cider with you all at home, and thank you to Thomas for featuring the first cider in the Cellar series.
Absolutely. I've been wanting to do ciders for a long time in the Cellar series. I think that's a perfect kind of kind of reach for trying something new, but that still is very vinous in many ways. Yes. So thank you to Gabriela. It's a cider that we love, and we're excited to share it with you as well. So thank you. Okay, moving on. We are looking at DeLille Cellars, and DeLille is a producer that we have been. It's pretty new in the shop, to be honest. But this is like a white Bordeaux style blend that, for us, You know, when a lot of people think of Sauvignon Blanc, I think a lot of people are looking for like this kind of really crisp, like really refreshing, like citrusy, like lime juice thing from New Zealand or from, you know, kind of anywhere that grows Sauvignon Blanc. But this is very much in the style of Bordeaux Blanc. And what that means is barrel fermented, barrel aged Bordeaux. And it's not just you know, all Sauvignon. There is about 25%. Well, there's the trash man. Hello, trash man. This is 28% Semillon, and what that does is brings texture. It definitely brings some richness and some really kind of like mild and deep golden fruit. Plenty of lees aging to it, you know, kind of in that barrel style. So it just is a wine of great richness. You know, as you kind of look to some of the great examples of white Bordeaux. This is I think the archetype for what we're seeing for kind of domestic options. Really, really fantastic stuff. DeLille, you know, is a project from the early 90s. 1995 was the first vintage of this particular wine, but you know, just think like Smith Haute Lafitte or Pape Clement, some of the greats, but this is our domestic option. So moving on to Crues. This is a Gewürztraminer, and this is another first for us. I don't think we have featured a Gewürztraminer in this series at all, and that's unfortunate. Why? Because Gewürztraminer is such a noble grape. It provides so much kind of concentration and expression, great spice. The wines just are awesomely complex. This is a unfiltered, unfined, you know, Russian River Valley Gewürztraminer that just has plenty of kind of fruit on offer. A little bit of skin contact here, and certainly unfiltered. So you'll notice that there's that little bit of haze and cloudiness. But we experiment with these. We vet out so many bottles in this style that really kind of don't make the cut. But the ones that do, like really, really like make the cut. So that's Crues, a husband-wife team here. Very, very small production. 10 cases for the state. So this is you know, going to Burgundy. Maurice Charlot and Maurice Charlot et fils, you know, and sons. They are making wines in Morange, and Morange is a village in the southern part of Burgundy. And this part of Burgundy it's the very southern part of like the Côte du Beaune and the very northern tip of the Côte Chalonnaise. You know, we are about 3 or 4 miles south of, you know, Saint-Denis and like, you know, Meursault, you know, Montrachet, etc. Awesome Pinot Noir right here. So, you know, started in the late 1890s with a half a hectare, you know, like basically an acre of vines. And, you know, by 2022, the family now has 10 hectare, like, you know, so a very small operation throughout, but you know, has kind of grown, you know, to make pretty noble wines from Pinot Noir. The winery makes about 3,000 total cases of Pinot Noir, all fermented in concrete, and then you know, kind of finished in old barrel. So really allowing kind of the richness of the 2018 vintage to really shine. So really, really lovely bottle of Burgundy right here, imported through Charles Neal. Ridge does not really need much of a you know, kind of introduction in the shop or to any serious wine lover, but this is their Three Valleys, and I'll be honest with you, with Three Valleys, like, not every vintage is great, you know, but this one kicks ass. It's so tasty, has plenty of freshness, great concentration. All the fruit is kind of in the right place. You know, so it's a great wine. So 2001 was the first vintage of Three Valleys. You know, Ridge as a history, you know, kind of started in the late 1800s as well. You know, their famous Montebello vineyard, kind of high up in the Santa Cruz Mountains. This comes from their northern kind of outpost, their Geyserville kind of Lytton Springs, you know, kind of vineyards. It's a blend of 3 different vineyards, and just a lovely expression of Zinfandel, along with, what else is it? 13% Petit Syrah, a little bit of Carignan, Mataro, and Alicante Boucher. So kind of the heritage and the history of Sonoma is kind of wrapped up in a bottle, like really nicely here with Ridge. Finishing up with Settiponti. This thing, so I'll pick that up. Don't worry. So this is Tenuta Settiponti, and the Tenuta Settiponti is a producer that is south and east of Florence, near Arezzo, in Tuscany. And this is their blend of 50% Merlot, 40% Cabernet, and 10% Petit Verdot. So very much a super Tuscan. And Tuscany is still up for grabs in a lot of ways. We love and celebrate a lot of the great traditional producers of Tuscany and kind of their belief in Sangiovese, but the movement of super Tuscan wines and just really, really powerful, pure fruit, that's in barrel, is special as well. This is normally $100 bottle. We bought everything the distributor had. It's got a classic Mike Thomas story. Tasted the wine, loved it, said, I'll take it all if we can get a great price on it. And we are passing that along to you. So look it up. It's a fantastic, fantastic producer. Stylish, kind of polished Tuscan red. So that is our Cellar series for May. And we hope you have as much fun drinking these wines as we have presenting them to you. You can pick them up this Friday. Thanks, and we'll see you again.